Hi video shooters and scuba shooters, it's Baron here and I'm going out on another scuba adventure, and this is going to be an enlightening dive as I receive the D900V underwater video torch from OrcaTorch. It looks great, it's rugged, and it has 4 different lighting options. Let's find out together how it performs under the sea. Let's dive! Hi video shooters and scuba shooters, welcome back to the studio. All the underwater footage you saw was shot with the help of the D900V on my Sony RX100 Mark V and X3000 Action Cam. A dive torch is all about brightness and throwing a focused, narrow beam of light as far as it can pierce through the water. An underwater video light, however, has to have a wide and soft beam to light up your subjects nicely. Rarely can a dive torch double up as a video torch. Well, meet the D900V from OrcaTorch. It's a dive torch and video light all rolled into one. Let's unbox this baby and see what goodies await us inside. I get a nice carry case with the D900V. The D900V is rated on a brightness scale of 2200 lumens. Inside the case is the torch itself. Next, we have the ball joint mount, charger with a magnetic head, an AC adapter and power cable, a grey color band just for looks, a hex wrench and a couple of hex bolts, spare O-rings, user guide, product catalog and warranty card. The user guide is in excellent English, by the way, so keep it for reference. Ready? Now let's break out the D900V. The D900V comes in 2 parts, the torch itself and the power pack. Just one package, no multiple battery cells to worry about. The charger snaps on to the magnetic charging port of the power pack quite nicely. The LED indicator turns red when it's charging. I like that it so effortlessly connects to the charger. Now, let's use the supplied hex wrench and a hex bolt to attach the ball joint onto the D900V. Here we go! It's ready to be mounted onto your underwater camera rig. Make sure you have a 1-inch ball clamp and a set of 1-inch ball arms ready. Use the ball clamp to lock the D900V into place on your underwater camera rig. Voila! We're all set to shoot underwater videos with the OrcaTorch D900V. Now let's take a closer look at the D900V. One of its most amazing features is the 4 lighting modes. Video shooters, you can clearly see the 4 different sets of LEDs here. They are the flood and spot beams and the red and UV beams. These are the titanium switches. So cool! The switch on the right operates the spot and the flood beams, while the switch on the left operates the red and the ultraviolet lights. Scuba shooters, it's good to know that the right switch is the right switch, alright? It's the most important one. Pressing on it once will get you a full flood of 120 degrees at 2200 lumens. it will send out a wide, soft beam to bathe your subject in light. Pressing on it a second time will give you a lower output of 600 lumens. I get either a wide and diffuse beam at full power or a quarter of the power. The third press will give you a spotlight, very useful for night diving or underwater cave exploration. The fourth press will give you a weaker spot. So that was 4 presses, and the 5th press will switch off the torch. That was the right hand side switch. Now on the left hand side, we have the red lights and UV lights. The first press of the left switch gives you red. The next press gets you ultraviolet light. And the third press turns the torch off. This is a fairly bright scene. But check out how strong the D900V is in full spot mode. If it can stand out in broad daylight, there's really no question that it will light up the darkest places. The D900V is waterproof up to 150 meters. That's more than deep enough for most recreational divers. So what does a single full charge get me? That's about 2 hours and 45 minutes. With the high output flood beam turned on continuously, which I normally use. If you do 3 dives a day, you could go for a whole day before returning to charge it. And it only takes 2.5 hours for a full charge. Check out this next feature. When you're diving, sometimes you don't realize that your torch is still switched on. Instead of putting your hand out front, or worse, looking at your torch and blinding yourself, OrcaTorch has made 2 indicator LEDs up top to tell if your lights are still switched on. It's green if they are, and if the battery pack is running low, they turn red. So I'm adding the OrcaTorch D900V into my list of essential underwater video gear. It's got a wide and even spread for video shooting, and it doubles up as a dive torch with its narrow spot beam. The light beams are so bright, I'm calling it Orca Bright, and I love it. The titanium switches are quickly accessible and feels very responsive to operate. They toggle between the 4 lighting options of flood, half flood, spot, half spot, red, and UV. The indicator LEDs up top are a thoughtful addition, as they let me know if any of my lights are still switched on. Something you can't really tell when you're underwater. The magnetic charging port makes it very easy to charge up the battery, which are used for 2 dives back to back. I'm sure the D900V is a wise investment for your diving videos. My message to the OrcaTorch team is, thank you for making a great product for us scuba shooters. Video shooters and scuba shooters, support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel and liking our videos. I wish you a fun and safe dive. So, gear up, go out there and shoot it great!